Did you know this modernist iceberg is actually a library dropped into downtown Seattle? Seattle Central Library isn't just a place to borrow books, it's a landmark that turned the idea of library inside out. Hello my friends, I'm Kathy, the library hunter. In today's video, I'm going to take you to this amazing library in Seattle, walking through this fantastic modernist design. The glass and steel structure, resembling an uneven pile of books, is the work of renowned Dutch architect Koolhaas, attracting worldwide attentions. Inside, we will find a quarter-mile book spiral where we browse the stacks without ever climbing stairs, a towering living room along the Fifth Avenue, and a glossy red room that feels like a futuristic movie set. On the top level, the Grand Reading Room offers sweeping views of Elliott Bay and the Olympic Mountains. And yes, you might already notice my Alaska boots. This video was filmed on the same winter trip last year, where I filmed my booked adventure videos in Fairbanks, Alaska. So check those out if you haven't already. This Seattle library is full of hidden details, and I can't wait to show you what I discovered from floor to floor as we make our way from the street entrance all the way to the top. But first, let's take a quick look back at the story behind this building. Seattle Central Library has been at the heart of the city for over a century. And yes, it's been on the exact same spot for the whole time. Before it had a proper home, the collections lived in rooms at Yesler Mansion on 3rd Avenue and James Street, until a fire burned that mansion down in 1901. That's when Andrew Carnegie stepped in, founding the Seattle's first official central library, which opened in December 1906 at 1000 Fourth Avenue. That original Carnegie building served the Seattle city until 1960, when the new modernist library took over to handle a growing city and its ever-expanding book collection. Fast forward to now, the third and current Central Library opened in 2004, thanks to the Libraries for All Bound in 1998, which nearly 70% of voters supported. Now, many of my viewers might already know about this $120 million Austin Library from this video. Then how about this Seattle Central Library? It looks expensive too. Well, this 11-story Seattle Downtown Library cost $162 million in total. Construction began in 2001, but was delayed 7 months due to excavation issues and a steel system redesign, leading to higher costs. It has been a heated debate around whether the library was a wise fiscal investment. Although it was approved by voters as part of the $196.4 million bound for Seattle District Libraries, it was such an ambitious project that it faced major construction challenges, changes, and delays, leading to cost overruns, and eventually a $14.5 million insurance settlement to resolve disputes with the builders. Finally, on May 23, 2004, the brand new library opened. It was a hit from day one. The library welcomed over 8,000 visitors every day in its first year, double the old building, and quickly became a hub for author talks and many cultural events. Looking from the outside, we can appreciate the 10,000 glass panels crisscrossed into a diamond pattern scheme. It's really like a modernist iceberg dropping to downtown Seattle. When it first opened, New York Times critic Herbert Muschamp hailed it, and I quote, "The most exciting new building it has been my honor to review." Yet not everyone agreed. Some critics dismissed part of the design as cheesily detailed. I am no architect myself, and I'll admit I'm biased. Libraries are my favorite spaces of all kinds, big and small. I love them all. So I'd like to hear what you think of this building. Whether you are a Seattle local or visiting from afar, share your impressions as we continue this walking tour together. I can't wait to read your thoughts. Designed by Dutch architect Koolhaas with Seattle-based LMN architects, the Central Library's asymmetrical shape, unlike any other building in Seattle, is the result of its use of overlapping platforms and clusters to reflect both the more stable use areas such as the book spiral and meeting rooms, and the more fluid, movement-defined areas such as the mixing chamber and living room. Walking inside, the Level 1 is home to the Microsoft Auditorium and the World Languages Collection. And if you haven't noticed, we're actually walking on the work of art. Anne Hamilton designed and fabricated 7,200 square feet of hardwood floor. The first sentence from books written in 11 languages are spelled out backwards to represent both how the books are reproduced from typeface and how we learn to read from symbols that are unknown to us at first. The children area is a 15,000 square feet space for kids and caregivers. Entering Level 3, we're in the living room. It's a soaring, light-filled plaza, 50 feet high, with floor-to-ceiling glass along the Fifth Avenue. People read, chat, or simply watch the city outside. It feels more like an urban lounge than a traditional library. Some people even call it the Seattle's biggest indoor front porch. The furniture here was custom designed to look casual yet durable. Some pieces can handle decades of daily use without losing shape. And now it's time to review the red surprise, an entire corridor, stairway, and elevator lobby drenched in this glossy fire engine red. Every surface, there are 13 shapes of red painted on the walls, ceiling, floors, and stairs. The red room level acts as a transition zone between sections. I really felt like I was walking into a scene from a futuristic film. This area is where people can book meeting rooms for private events, so if you're planning something fun and unique, the red room of the library could be a good option. What they call the mixing chamber on Level 5 is where staff and visitors can connect to find answers. This space is named after a Microsoft pioneer who donated $1 million to help fund the library's technology upgrades. And here we are, the book spiral from Level 6 all the way to Level 9. Imagine browsing the Dewey Decimal System without ever breaking the sequence. The book spiral makes it possible. This gentle, continuous ramp winds through the nonfiction collection across 4 floors, so you can wander from one subject to the next without any stairs or breaks. And here's the fun fact. If you walk the entire ramp without stopping, you've covered about 1/4 of a mile, all without climbing any single stair. That could be a nice and easy walking workout, isn't it? On level 8, there are some exhibitions featuring local artists. If you hear some piano, guitar, or singing, that is from their music practice rooms. So if you want to start a band, you can start booking a room here. The Hugh and Jane Ferguson Seattle Room has thousands of unique items documenting Seattle history. You can find various materials here: books, manuscripts, photos, postcards, yearbooks, and even early police and fire reports. On level 10, this floor has the highest viewpoint, where you can look all the way down to level 3. And don't forget to take a minute to relax in the reading room. It's named after community leader Betty Jane Narver and feels like the library's crown jewel. High above the city, this peaceful space is lined with glass walls overlooking Elliott Bay and the Olympic Mountains. A perfect place for everyone to slow down, read, think, with the beautiful views. We've made our way to the top of this giant and magnificent library. We've definitely earned it. Every day, thousands of people, just like us, come to visit the library to appreciate the wonder of library. And it's worth remembering the unsung heroes behind it: the plumbers, steel erectors, the countless other workers whose names are not etched on any plate. They faced excavation challenges, steel system redesign, and overcame numerous logistical headaches to bring to us one of the world's most complex library buildings to life, turning blueprints into the landmark we see today. And also the people working at the library. Even during the pandemic, the library didn't stop serving the community. In April 2020, it reopened restrooms for delivery workers, gig workers, and people experiencing homelessness. And by August, curbside book service started again, even as digital checkouts were booming at the same time. This library isn't just a building, it's a living, breathing part of Seattle. From Carnegie's first gift to today's glass and steel landmark, it's always been about connecting people to stories, learnings, and each other. So what do you think of this library? Is it the kind of place you've spent the whole day exploring? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me in the comments. And hey, if you have any fun ideas or even constructive feedback you want the library to know, drop those here too. Who knows, maybe the librarians will see it. Don't forget to check out my other videos of all kinds of fantastic libraries. And of course, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next stop on the Library Hunter journey. And as always, thank you to San Jose State University iSchool for their continued support of the channel Library Hunter. I'm Kathy. See you in the next library. Bye!